Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first official day of the HyperX Scrim season. Scrim season 1, that is. I know what you're thinking, huh? This looks a little familiar. Yes, you're correct. It is a little familiar. But it's now run by HyperX. Outcast is officially sold out. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your play-by-play announcer. The WMD of Twitch TV, DukeCummings, the Viper Sniper! And with me, as always, the one that you hear giggling in the background there, my color commentator, MysFyr's Pickford. Hola, Pickford!
Duke, I'm giggling because I'm like a little boy on Christmas morning or on Hanukkah afternoon or in Kwanzaa night, whatever you believe in. I just see so many gifts in front of me, and this gift is going to be team after team clapping cheeks and destroying each other in this awesome Scrim season coming up tonight, the very first event. I cannot wait, sir.
I certainly can't wait either, Pickford. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what we have in store. This is going to be separating the men from the boys, the women from the girls. I'm oozing with anticipation to see who's going to show up and who's going to show out. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of these teams presented by Outcast. You have Outcast Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, 10 HP, 4C, Men of 4, Bravo, the Forgotten, Last One Standing, Infamous, 187 Black, Broham Elite.
Duke, what this list shows me two things. That there are a lot of teams that have decided to bring in multiple teams into this Scrim, multiple squads. We see it with Outcast Alpha, we're seeing it with Men of 4 and other teams. Are they really doing themselves the best service? Is it better to have one team of your best players, or is it better to bring in two teams, increase your chances? But what happens, Duke? What happens when Outcast runs into Outcast? What happens when Men of 4 run into Men of 4? Is that type of fratricide going to take a team out?
I guess we're going to find out. Some of the other teams here, we got Drop Bravo, Drop, Broham Alpha, Top Strikers, MysFyr, which is your team, Pickford, Lights On, The Woo, Ghost Melee Elite, which I believe is no, they're in there. True Savages, Stay Woke is not a team that's in here. Broham hold on, Broham. All right, Broham Alpha's listed twice on here. Who the hell is doing this? And Senseless Killers. God, who's in charge of this list? Anyway, but we do have a list of two teams that are participating today that aren't on this list. That is Bad Company and Hacks. Go ahead, Pickford.
And Duke, you're going to see that a lot. We're going to see a lot of teams that aren't listed on this list coming in and out. That's what makes this Scrim so interesting. It's not just the teams that we see, the top 20 teams we see. It's going to be up to 20 to 40 teams per week coming in here to battle it out.
And just some fun facts here for the people at home coming into this. The last 10 weeks, the field versus 187 Black, probably the favorite to potentially win this. 10 weeks, the field has participated in all 10 weeks. 187 Black, only 9. 187 Black has won 1/3 of the matches that they've played in the last 10 weeks, and won 2/3 of the actual scrims themselves that they've participated in the last 10 weeks. Unbelievable. So, baffling moves. The field has encountered a number that we've lost count on. That is an official number. And 187 Black has maybe encountered one baffling move. Maybe.
Last week, Duke, we saw 187 do what they normally do. They had last Monday, they won. Last Wednesday, they won. Last Friday, they came in 12th place. That is kind of the MO for 187. They either come in first place or they fall out of the top 10. The question is, what 187 Black team are we going to see tonight? Are they going to start off this season with a first place finish, getting 30 points? Or are they going to have some sort of stumble, some sort of mistake, and drop back?
As we go through some of the rosters here for some of the key teams that we'll be looking at, from day 1 to the last day, Outcast Alpha, you got Brownie, Wadu, Gold, and C-Dub.
You see that Wadu has replaced Carbon, a last-second change coming in here, but Wadu did play with both C-Dub and Gold in War Criminals before this, so there should be not a synergy loss, but changing teams last minute can always affect them.
And we'll talk about Brownie and Gold shortly. 187 Black, you have Mr. Zebra, which is a favorite among the chat. Clown, Ginger, and Murder!
This is a team that has really been playing a lot together. We've seen their growth over the past few months. They came in here as an FPP-only team, expanded into TPP, had a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of stumble, but were able to overcome that and get to the top of the TPP list. The only question is that is 187 going to be 4 great players played together, or are they going to work together as a squad? Because that's what always sets them apart. When they play together, they do very, very well. When they don't play well. But with that said, when Ginger is leading them, they do have more success than when he's not. So Ginger being in here, I think, is a big bonus for 187.
And it's going to be a huge benefit to me, which we'll explain a little bit later. Men of 4, you have God, FP, Real Deal, and BBC.
If you tuned in Friday, Duke, you heard the interview we had with Men of 4. This is what I consider one of the most improved teams over the past 8 weeks. A team that when we first saw them was pretty much BBC trying to get as many kills as he can while the rest of the team just tried to stay alive. But over the past 8 weeks, this team of Real Deal, FP, and God have really stepped their game up to equal that of BBC, and now they are well-rounded team. They've been playing very, very well in the past few weeks, getting top 10s pretty much in every single match. Top 3rd place last Wednesday, 3rd place on Friday, peaking at the perfect time for this upcoming Scrim season. But can they carry that over into the start of the season where the pressure is now turned up just a little bit higher, Duke?
I guess we'll find out if they got what it takes. MysFyr, your team, Pickford, Vulcan, Xozu, Fat Boy, and Ace.
This team right here really has to eliminate what we call the crap sandwich, which is having 2 good events and then 1 terrible one that cancels out the other 2. And I'll give you an example just of what happened in last week's scrims. They come out strong with a 5th place finish on Monday. Then they have a 9th place finish on Wednesday, scoring points, keeping themselves in the top 10, and then Friday shows up and they drop a goose egg in 19th place. MysFyr has to keep themselves in that top 10 every single time, and they can do that by making smart drops and smart rotations, especially in Miramar where it can be so much more difficult. But MysFyr has to play a smart game plan if they're gonna have success in this season.
Please tell me Artemis wasn't on that squad that shit the bed.
No, but Artemis is playing tonight.
Okay. Oh, good. The Forgotten, a team that's really come out of sort of starting to make a name for themselves here lately. You have Gizmo, Shock, Bug, Cal, and Blade.
Duke, if you've been watching these scrims, you know I've been talking about this team match after match after match. It's a team that I think that everyone has been sleeping on, and I think that they kind of had their we are a top team on Friday night. After 2 matches, they were down by 50 points to last one standing. They win 2 matches in a row to end up beating last one standing 135 to 126, and they were led by Cal. Cal having 21 kills in Friday's scrims, just destroyed them. Boca, Cal, Blade, these guys are destroyers, along with Bug. And it's one of my teams you'll see that I think can really do well in this scrim.
Sorry, I was playing on my slide, in my playground. 21 kills.
21 kills.
21 kills. It's Very impressive. All right, well, we have True Savages, another team that's starting to make a name for themselves here in these scrims. Pancake, Brett, Killer, and Zoikyo.
With that said, True Savages, how many matches are they going to show up to? This is a team that if they're showing up for all the events, all the scrims, they would be constantly in the top 5. Probably a team that could win the whole thing. But the problem with True Savages is Pancake, Brett, Killer, and Zoiku have to show up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 8 weeks if they want to be the top team. If they want to come in here, have some fun, play in half the events or 3/4 events and have fun, great. That's fine. But if they're going to want to be successful in the big picture, they're going to have to be here for all the events.
And now we take a look at drop. Wait, hold on. Who's putting stats on here? We haven't even started and there's stats on here? Who's putting stats on here? These stats aren't right. These, who's Gabe, poor Gabe. Gabe does not want anybody seeing his KD as 0.5. Gabe does not want anybody seeing that. That's, oh, god damn it. Drops team. We'll run with it. I'll deal with team. I'll deal with whoever's dropping the ball here. Ambush, toxic, moldy. Gabe, go ahead, Pickford.
This is a team that has really two things. They can do very, very well. They can show up. They've been playing well in the past. But with that said, they had a big team split recently with them and Broham Elite. I just don't. I'm not sure if Drop can clear their heads of those issues with Broham Elite and focus on the big picture, or they're going to be constantly looking to fight Broham Elite or Broham Alpha whenever they see him.
And here we are, Pickford. We got a little bit of in-house betting going on, right?
I'm just
Pickford
saying
and
that
we do have fantasy teams brewing up here, ladies and gentlemen. Myself picked a BBC first, then Killer, then Brownie. So if my team shits the bed, I can blame that on Brownie. Ginger and Artemis is a fifth man.
I went in there. I went with Mr. Zebra because he has the best hacks. Kale just pretty much made himself on the team with 21 kills on Friday. Gold, everyone sleeps on Gold. No one talks about him. Everyone talks about C-Dub and Brownie, but he's really putting down a lot of kills. And then, guy we haven't talked about, Zarex from Last One Standing, and a man from the past, former THC, now Woo, Trick.
The woo. The woo. The woo. Yeah, okay. Also, our predictions for this season, ladies and gentlemen. I myself, my number one team I'm going with, 187 Black, until somebody can prove to me otherwise. That's the team I'm going with. Outcast Alpha, second, only because they'll probably show up for every scrim. Then MysFyr, third. Your predictions, Pickford.
What? Wait. Okay, first of all, I picked Outcast Alpha, 187 Black, and The Forgotten. What was your third team? Say that again.
That's MysFyr. Yeah, I went with your team, Pickford. You have no faith in your team.
Well, now
you have no faith in your team. You hear that, Vulcan? Zozu, Ace, Fat Boy, Artemis.
Listen. This is what you. This is the kind of tomfoolery and shenanigans you pull on a daily basis. So if I win, if I pick Skimming better, that means MysFyr doesn't win and I lose. But if your teams win, that means that MysFyr does well, but it means my picks lose. So then I lose. So no matter what happens, I'm just gonna lose.
And no matter what happens, I win. I win no matter what. I win no matter what. Unless Outcast Alpha pulls it off and it gets first place, then maybe.
I think in that match right there, it's what type of you like that 187 Black, 4 aggressive destroyers attacking at all times. My style, I prefer the scrim, the calculations, the planning, and stuff like that. And it's a tale of two different teams, Duke, and both of those guys are very, very successful, but they come about it in completely different ways. And I think that with MysFyr, they have all the skills. They have all the players to do it. It's just, can they eliminate the small mistakes? And the Forgotten, I think the Forgotten may be the best team coming into this right now because they are just so skilled and peaking at the right moment. And Duke, I know that a lot of people want to know.
You want to change any of your predictions before we get started? It sounds like you might want to make an adjustment.
No, my picks are stellar. That's what they pay me for the hours and hours of statistical analysis that I put into this every single week. While you're out there sunning yourself and drinking pina coladas, I'm in the closet with my abacus and my reel-to-reel watching back game footage to make sure that every one of my picks is locked on and perfect.
No. I didn't sell myself. That was Outcast. They sold themselves to HyperX.
I said, sun yourself. Clean the wax out of your ears, sir. I saw you buy the infinity pool at 320 with a pina colada and a lot of baby oil on you. So I saw you there. Well, I was going back to the closet to study more film.
Well, I also hit the sauna after that.
Yes.
I was in there.
I don't go to the sauna.
I was in there for half an hour in 200 degrees, a 200-degree sauna. It was incredible. I passed out.
And with that said, Duke, we are going to be bringing in for interviews a lot of the people that we've been talking about that are on our preseason all-star team that we think is going to be clapping out. We're going to have Artemis from MysFyr and Cal from the Forgotten after matches 1 and 2, and then after matches 2 and 3, between matches 2 and 3, we're going to have 187 Ginger and Mr. Zebra, same team but on 2 separate preseason fantasy teams, and then at the very end after the match, same thing. We're going to have Brownie and Gold. 2 different one's on Duke's team, one's on my team, and they're all going to tell us why they think that they're going to get themselves enough kills over the season to be put onto the all-star cherry topper popper all fragger team for season 1. 8 weeks, 24 events, the newest, freshest, most interesting type of scrim season out there in PUBG Mobile today.
I mean, this is it's pretty exciting stuff. I mean, we got something. I'm excited to see what my most importantly, I'm excited to see what my fantasy team is gonna do. I got a lot riding on these guys.
Let's put it this way: there is over 74 cans of Duke Juice White Tiger riding on wages between myself and the Duke, and those currently go on eBay for 347,000 Zimbabwe dollars each,
and that's a lot of moolah. That's a lot of cash. That's a lot of.
So if you sell this in Zimbabwe, you're going to be a billionaire.
That's a lot of favors at the glory holes at the Duke, the Hacienda del Duke Nation.
I buy the monthly pass, all you can eat.
Yeah. So, Pickford. Anything else you're looking forward to with these scrims? I mean, we're about to lift off here in about a minute.
Haven't talked about. I want to see a team we haven't talked about. We haven't heard who's going to come in there. I love this team. I love the teams, Duke, and we've seen it multiple times that show up, get 25 kills in one match, and then disappear. Come in 19th place in the second match and 20th in the third match, and we never hear from them again. So they just show up, frag out, and then just burn out like a supernova. Those are my favorite teams. We think that we see the second coming of Christ, and then they just disappear. I want to see a team that starts out early in the season doing very well, and then self-destructs and explodes. And
the pressure gets to them.
And I want to see a team that maybe starts in week 3 and then really makes a run at it by getting a multiple first place finishes. Because I did the math, Duke. If you get 5th place in all 24 events, right? No kills is 5th place in 24 events, or you get 1st place in 12 events. The team that gets 1st place in 12 events will beat the team that gets 5th place in 24 events. Little math for you right there.
Oh, doing a little math, crunching some of the numbers out, Pickford.
So we can have a team that shows up midway through the season and just starts winning every match, wins 12 matches in a row, wins the whole thing, and was only in it for 4 weeks out of the 8. There are so many variables. What you're not going to see is you're never going to see in this season an empty lobby. The way we've set it up is, yes, every team can come in here and play, but there is no invitations. There's no automatic invitation or automatic invite unless there is a tie at the very end in regards to letting people in. People still have to sign up on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for each event. Any team can sign up, even if you don't play in a lot of events. Every event is its own individual event as part of a larger Scrim season. And so you're not going to see what you normally see, where a season will start with 25 teams. And then a couple of teams will drop out. It'll be 23. By the time the 5th or 6th week shows up, there's 11 teams left because half the teams can't catch up. And with that said, we are using the PMCO 2019 scoring system, not only for each match, but for the overall cumulative power rankings. So it doesn't matter how much you win by. If 187 comes in here and wins by 70 points tonight, the most points they can score for first place is 30 points. Second place will score 22 points. Third place will score 19 points, so on and so forth, down the PMCO 2019 scoring system. So you'll never see a team that after 2 events is down 100 points between first and second, and therefore there's no chance the teams start dropping out. This is all designed, this whole event is designed for parity and to keep teams that are loyal and to show up for match after match successful, and while allowing that unknown factor of the random team to show up and cause havoc.
Well, here we are, Pickford. First match.
I like this play path.
Scrim Season 1.
The very first one. Now you can tell me, where were
23
you?
teams, 90 people participating.
A nice full.
Who
didn't show up? Who didn't show? Team 11. Who's Team 11?
4C.
4C. They all automatically cost themselves points. And worse than that, preventing another team from getting in here.
And that's why we didn't put any of them on our fantasy team.
That's right. My mother didn't raise any fools.
Yeah.
Dude,
right.
This is a great playing path for everybody. You can pretty much get anywhere you want to go. Of course, we have Outcast Alpha going up to Zarky. They like to get up there, reduce that risk, get looted up before they go in there. What they're going to do when they finish Zarky, they're going to wait for a circle or two and then push as much center into that circle as they can and try to get a compound and hold it as tightly as they can. That's what they do, and it's been successful for them week in, week out.
Yeah, it's a very familiar spot for them. They love going there. In recent weeks, they've been dropping elsewhere. I think maybe that was all part of their strategy to make people believe they wouldn't drop there anymore.
I know that they have yelled at me multiple times for pointing out where they're jumping. They've had to change both their Erangel and their Sandhawk drop points because they pointed out that they're going to the same place over and over again. And what we're seeing is a lot of teams pushing to the East Coast. They're going to get on that road right there between, I call that area between Shelta, Farm, and Milta, the Devil's Triangle. A lot of teams are going to land there. They're all going to be looking. Look, you already have people getting run over, looking for vehicles. A lot of people are going to get themselves in trouble in this landing spot, along with MysFyr being one of them, as they're right there.
And it looks like one of your guys, one of your fantasy guys, Trick, has already gotten a kill here, running somebody over.
Yeah, Trick and looks like 187 is pretty much just running over everybody from top strikers right now. Because we see they've landed, all of them kind of landed in that same area, and it's such. And now Artemis has been. Artemis and Ace have both been run over. And we've talked about this. This is that Shelter Farm Milta area that I call the Devil's Triangle because it's the risk reward is terrible there. Everyone's looking for a vehicle. There's no loot there, so no, you're just trying to push, get far west as you can. And if you look over, you can go be in South George, you can be in Hospital, you can be a lot of other places. That's just as risky. And you have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams in this little area, and so dropping in this area is just a terrible, terrible decision, and teams are having to deal with the cost of it. As MysFyr is completely wiped out in.
Are you kidding me?
23rd place.
Are you kidding me? I picked MysFyr to finish 3rd place, and they start off by giving me the old shit stick up the cornhole.
I told you, it's a long event. It's a long season. It's only one event, but like I said, that Shelter Farm Milta drop area is just a terrible, terrible place.
Thank God I didn't start Artemis on my fantasy team. Ugh. We do have a friendly fire occurring here in Novo. Two Broham elite teams very close to one another. Or Broham teams. Broham, yeah. Two Broham teams. Broham Elite and Broham Alpha, though. Okay,
we talked about a little fratricide, a little team-on-team action, costing themselves opportunities.
Although it appears that Sarge here on Broham Elite was able to get a kill on who? I'm not entirely sure, as I wasn't paying attention to the kill feed. Must not have been anybody important. And now he's looking around. He's got his eyes on Outcast Charlie up the hill of Novo, taking a peek, looking around, but deciding ultimately not to fire any shots.
Both of these brilliant teams are completely disorganized in regards to any type of working together. With Dead and Junie in one side, Sarge and Marsh way separated out, Toxic and Emperor 2v2ing. I think it's whoever decides to work together is going to be way more successful. And then I think Outcast Charlie is just waiting, looking at the kill feed, waiting until one team loses, and then they're going to rush themselves.
It looks like Broham Elite able to get 2 kills here on Toxic and Emperor of Broham Alpha, and it appears that Broham Alpha is just, as you said, just all spread out. Nothing to do with what's going on with where their teammates are at or now, or are going to look to push forward to hopefully get maybe some placement points down the line.
When you're dealing with these large compounds, these like Novo, whether it be crates up in Georgia, you've got to really push and loot as a group, as a team. When you get spread out really far apart, because you're looking for loot, you end up getting picked off 1v1. It's very hard for a team to stay tight, stay concise, when you're looting a large area like that.
Well, I tell you what, let's go take a look at 187 Black. A team that we both have in our predictions. We also have a member of each team in our fantasy squad. And just so anybody is curious, the rules are with our draft and drafting players of in the fantasy, you could only pick one player from each team.
Exactly. So you can't just pick. I couldn't just go in and say I pick 187 Black. You can only, we can pick players from the same team on each other's teams, which you see with Outcast Alpha and with 187 Black, both having 2 team players represented in the overall idea. So Duke, now we've had.
Okay, go ahead.
We've had obviously a little bit of growing pains. Obviously, MysFyr getting knocked out, Snowy getting killed early. 2 players of that Brohim team getting knocked out. 2 teams of top strikers. 2 players from Drop getting knocked out. A lot of teams we talked about in the pregame show. Team that had to play smart. Blade also knocked out from the Forgotten. A lot of good teams losing players early. How will that affect them in the late round? We'll have to find out.
And just so you know, it looks like Zavex of your team got knocked out here. By what exactly?
What?
I'm not entirely sure.
What are you talking about?
But he is finally getting picked up here. It appears.
And we only have 3 members, so I don't appreciate that either. Last one standing, get a 4th member. I got a lot of White Tiger riding on you. I don't appreciate it.
That's gonna be my White Tiger.
You know how long it took me to amass this much White Tiger?
How long did it take you, Pickford?
15 years, as long as I've worked for you.
As long as you've worked down at the docks, and now you've gotten.
Well, that's controlled. I had to pull 1 can every year or so they wouldn't notice it.
And you've made quite the career for yourself. Look, you're an announcer alongside of me, and
it all started. What about in December? I think in November, December, when you finally allowed to be out of the warehouse.
And from what I've been told, though it has not been confirmed, and I would call it a lie, but some people seem to love you a little bit more than me.
That's not true. That's not true.
I'm just trying to make you feel better.
I appreciate the warm words, but come on. Why don't you tell me it's? Don't tell me it's. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
I'm just trying to make it seem as I'm trying to paint that picture of how far you've come, Pickford.
Who's told you that lie? Is that Hercules Jones? Is he the one who thinks that he's the most popular guy in Duke Nation?
No, I think that's Zedix Hermes Johnson. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Zebby's Herpes Johnson, exactly. In fact, it's surprising that him and his life partner, the better Duke, is not here tonight.
The better Duke at being worse than Duke.
Well, that's what he does. So that's his thing. They are, like I said, committed life partners and they have a wonderful life. Although their school is terrible.
Very terrible school. The worst school of all schools. I've been there. I threw up almost as soon as I stepped foot into that building.
Their campus
very
is
nauseous. Very nauseous feeling you get when you walk in there.
They steal all their Wi-Fi from McDonald's, and they steal all of their electricity from a Piggly Wiggly.
Here we have Ghost Melee Elite driving right by Senseless Killers. Trying to see if we could find any teams that might be potentially getting involved here shortly, but it doesn't appear that... we might have a bit of a battle here between the Forgotten and 187 Black. These two teams very close to one another. Very, very close to one another, but it appears that 187 Black is in the Walmart warehouse over there. And
187, we did speak to Ginger, I think it was last Wednesday, and he told us that he was trying to make less bad decisions. But here comes Clown now pushing by himself. This is not going to work out well as Clown gets smoked.
Clown getting absolutely hammered there. Immediately taken out by the Forgotten.
Those are the decisions that 187 Black can make that kind of are puzzling. That he's going to push there by himself and wipe out the entire squad. No, not obviously. You're not going to do that to the Forgotten. And what's happened? Blade is gone, and the Forgotten they know who's over there in Walmart. As does 187 know who's over there in the compound to their right.
Now I have to ask Pickford. I mean, only the first match of this Scrim Season 1. 187 Black. Do they want to push the Forgotten here? Or are they gonna... I mean, this is a team that prides themselves in their ability to do well in high-pressure situations. Are they gonna push in? Are they gonna go after them? Or are they gonna back off?
What they're gonna do is they're gonna back off. We talked to Ginger on Wednesday, and one thing that Ginger said was they wanted to take the pushes when it was best for them. They're no longer just making crazy, weird pushes. They ended up getting themselves 36th place in ESL right now. They've played over 50 matches in ESL, and they've got them. And what thing they learned playing in ESL was they've got themselves in bad situations, making bad pushes, and got themselves killed. And they're not going to do that anymore. They're making smart pushes from this point forward.
Smart pushes.
And I don't really see how you can get a knock from 187, can get a knock on the Forgotten, or the Forgotten can get a knock on 187 and push that distance in time. It's really going to be just a case of knock for knock if they do decide to get into it.
Well, if one of them does get a knock, I would imagine that maybe the team might push potentially.
I think this is too far for a push. I think you have a better chance of a third-party team rushing the Forgotten or rushing Walmart than the other team kind of watching it, looking at the kill feed, and when they see a team go down, then they push as a group while the other team is recuperating from their squad rush. Also,
you got to consider 187 Black does not know that the Forgotten is only 3 players right now, whereas the Forgotten knows that 187 Black has only 3 players left. So I imagine if the Forgotten is able to get a knock on 187 Black, they might go for that push.
They could. I mean, they could just go to is 187. If they can get 187 out of here successfully, it really makes their chance of winning the whole thing a lot much easier in regards to winning this match in Erangel. If 187 Black is eliminated early in 21st place.
We do have Broham Elite. Yes, Broham Elite. Very close to Bad Company, but it looks like Bad Company doesn't want to get involved in this fight. They're going to drive away. They're going to get the hell out of there.
A lot of teams, I think, they don't want to make a bad decision early. This is the first match. Everyone's kind of still nervous. It's like in a prize
nervous
fight. The first round. If you see a heavyweight prize fight in the first round, they kind of just hold each other, kind of just dance around. They got to get the sweat going, got to get going, and get everybody ready. Remember, we put out almost 15 minutes into this first match, and we still have to lose another 6 teams before you can even get 2 placement points. That's how difficult this is going to be. And we're already 15 minutes in, and we still have 21 teams, 69 people alive.
69.
I knew you'd like that. And it's just getting more and more crowded, especially when this next zone comes in. There's enough room for everyone to have a little bit of space, but this next circle is going to converge, and it is going to really cause people to kind of push into each other, and you're going to have battles kicking off even whether they want to or not.
And now I'm going up north here, Pickford. We got a battle between Infamous and Senseless Killers. Demon Seaman rolling up to the top, trying to get after him, is able to get a knock here on one of them, but ends up getting knocked on the last person that's left here on this team, which is Hellcell of Senseless Killers. He's able to get the finish on Demon Seaman. Now trying to get the pickup here on Mercury, or is that Mariri? Able to get a knock here on Pothead. Scorpion and Roadless, the only 2 that are left standing. Scorpion getting touched up by Hellcell here. Scarface is now able to get picked up by Mariri. And now they have all 3 of their members up, though they do have to get healed up here.
Exactly, and they've already lost Snowy. This is gonna be a big feast for Infamous to try to kill this silent killer team. This is a high quality team.
Now Hellcell backing off, rotate to the back of the building. As these 2 teams are exchanging grenades, throwables of...
Infamous is big. What are they doing? What is Infamous going to do? Are they just going to sit there in within 10 meters of each other and kind of peek the corner? Because that's not going to be successful. They need to make a decision. Either 2 people rotate around and make an attack, or one with this. The Syndicate people will not.
And now Infamous down to 1 person left. That's Roadless. Roadless unable to fight off Mariri, and that's going to do it for Infamous. As Senseless Killers now walking away with the squad wipe here, though they did lose Snowy, but Snowy was a loss from much earlier in the match.
And you saw what happened, how those 2 teams handled that situation. As soon as Silent Killers got themselves picked up, they started pushing down that hill as a group, where Infamous kind of just stood there and did a little wiggle to try to keep themselves from getting sniped, but didn't really have a plan on how they were going to attack this compound. As soon as Infamous got picked up, they should have either pulled back or pushed in, but in that no man's land in between is just going to get him killed every time.
Now we have 19 teams remaining here, 60 that are still alive. As this second circle starts to close in on itself, you're going to start seeing teams have to get a little bit closer to one another. Everybody's spread out. They're trying to keep their distance. They're following along with the CDC regulations right now, but eventually that's just not going to happen anymore. They're going to have to get up close and personal. And
no amount of hand washing and wearing masks is going to stop a 7.62 in your dome from a Car 98. I don't care what the CDC says.
I love what you said there, Pickford. That's one of my favorite combos right there. 7.62, Car 98 to the dome. A cherry topper popper. I want to see that as a finishing move.
I do. And now, look at all these teams I have to push. Look at all these teams on the East Coast. Outcast Charlie, BHC, all these teams have to push now left into the zone. But look at Outcast Alpha. Already got themselves a nice little area all set up. Ready to go, ready to see teams kind of rotated. That's what Outcast Alpha does. They get themselves a compound, set up, and wait for teams to rotate in.
Oh, yes. This is where MysFyr, my third place prediction, ended up getting killed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In this,
be the first team eliminated.
If you look at that shelter, farm, Milta, that makes a little triangle. I call it Devil's Triangle. Don't ever drop there if you're a team. I don't care if you're in classics or in scrims. Don't ever drop there because it's you're gonna get killed or run over or not find weapons or something bad is gonna happen. Trust me.
Outcast Alpha seeing hacks drive by. As they fire a few shots over there at him, but they drive past. But now hacks is driven into the area of where Last One Standing are holding up their fort.
No, this Last One Standing team, this is a team that used to play, all of them used to play for Error. Tier 2, Tier 1 team, and they kind of got Frankie, Zyvex, Floop. They all got a little burnt out from that Scrim process. Playing for Error, and they decided to just make a fun team. I talked to actually Floop and these guys, and actually convinced them to try to give this a try, and they've done very, very well. Yesterday they scored 91 points in 2 matches, ended up losing on Friday, but they've been the top 5, top 3 every single match. Haven't won one though yet, which is surprising, but been second place 3 times.
Now we're gonna go up north near Prison, just west of that, where BBC and Men of 4 pushing in on top strikers and get the finish. BBC adding some points to that fantasy team. That's what I like to see, BBC.
This Men of 4 team, that top strikers team has had nothing but trouble since the get-go. They get a lot of their players knocked and killed early by vehicles. Right when they dropped, they were able to pick some people up, but they've never really been able to get their feet underneath them to get the loot and the utilities they need. And then finally they ran into this Men of 4 team, which is too good for them, and they took them out.
And if you look just south of them, they do have their Men of 4 Bravo team not far away from them. So we talked about that at the beginning in the pregame show.
We saw Broham already do it to one Broham Elite, the Program Alpha, taking on 2 of their members early over down in Novo.
Now Men of 4 starting to push in over in the area in which the Forgotten and 187 Black are holding up shop, setting up shop, and now 187 Black firing some shots in the direction of Outcast Bravo, keeping them at bay just outside of the circle, and it looks like they're going to get in their vehicles. They finally are going to leave this warehouse. They got cabin fever, and they're going to start pushing over there into that direction, realizing that maybe it's not a team like the Forgotten, so they want to push in and get these kills. Mystic sees Lust, poke his head, and then they get Beanie BB. Take them out, and now they're going to move back into the zone.
That is vintage 187. They saw that there was a team behind them. They said, you know what? Why are we going to have this team messing with us, scratching our back while we're trying to stay in this Walmart? Let's just rush them, take them out. Then we know there's nobody behind us, and we only have to deal with the problems in front of us. Smart play by 187, taking them out. And yet you still need 22 minutes into this match. You still need one more team to leave us before teams start getting 2 points in placement.
And now Men of 4 finding a way into the or it looks like they're getting into a bit of a battle here with the Forgotten. A little bit of a long distance battle here. Getting a knock on Cal with the M24. And now BBC's going to push in and maybe get the... Is he going to run him over? Is he going to pull a brownie on Alien from last week? No, he drives right by him. Like a cat playing with his food.
And now Gizmo's going to go down there, get up Cal. Hopefully he will, because Cal is on my team. So I need him to get a lot of kills. So good job on Gizmo getting him picked up. And now, but look at these teams. We got Hacks and Men of 4 up here on top of this hill. And Boco kind of holding a little ridge, letting this team down there get healed up, get back up there before they have to deal with this huge issue of what? Men of 4, Outcast, Charlie. A lot of teams up here, Duke, on top of this hill.
Yes, Outcast, Charlie taking out Men of 4, FP, and now God getting taken down here, and now all that's left of Men of 4 here is BBC and Real Deal. Now the shots are starting to come out.
This Charlie team pretty smart. Just camping on top of this hill. Anybody that comes up this hill, pokes their head up. Outcast Charlie is just taking their heads completely off. Still, 50 people, 16 teams, 25 minutes. This match is only going to end. This match can only be 33 minutes, Duke. So therefore, we're going to lose 50 people in the next 10 minutes.
I hope my technical team is on. Is ready for the shit show that's about to go down.
It is going to be bad. I mean, it is going to be. Look! You have Silent Killers and 187 literally rotating in one-person vehicles right next to each other.
And now Outcast Charlie trying to get into a friendly firefight with the Outcast Alpha. Madman chucking a grenade down where Brownie is at. And now looks like Ghost Melee Elite is getting attacked by the Forgotten.
I'll tell you what, this Outcast Charlie would look nothing better than to take out Outcast Alpha in these scripts.
As we have a number of teams getting into it, the Forgotten outside of the circle right now, getting hammered by Hacks, getting hammered by Ghost Melee Elite. Gizmo going down, Blade is now down, Cal is having a bandage up here as this circle is starting to eat away at him. Not looking good for the Forgotten here, as they have to find a way to get into the zone, and it's looking very it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Looks like it's prolonging the inevitable, and that's gonna do it for Cal there as he's gets taken out by the zone, and that's gonna do it for the Forgotten.
And look at that. 16th place, Duke? They played for 25.5 minutes, only to get 1 placement point. They got the same amount of placement points as MysFyr did, and they got beat in the first 45 seconds.
Gotta love it. As we look at this new circle, Pickford, I mean, the sphincter is getting tighter and tighter.
That's one of your favorite statements. The sphincter gets tighter as it's just squeezing out all these little turns. And look at 187 Black and Outcast Alpha both have to rotate in, and looks like they're going to rotate almost into the same kind of area in this northwest, like 11 p.m. in this new circle, where Drop and MysFyr are already battling it out.
This is a Drop Bravo, I believe.
Yes, Drop Bravo has been doing very, very well. Just as good, if not better, than the main Drop team.
But you see in this compound, I mean, all these teams are spread out. You got 10 HP, 1 building away from True Brett, who's 2 buildings away from Drop Bravo, who's 2 buildings away from MysFyr.
Not only are this compound's huge, and it's tiered. So they're not all on the same vertical or horizontal level. So that kind of makes it a little bit different too. You know, you have to watch out for your angles, not only on like the X-axis, but on the Y too.
And now we have a bit of a battle here brewing up between 187 Black and did they wipe out Outcast? No, they didn't. Outcast Alpha is outside of the zone.
Coming in long,
now finally driving in. Gold had been taken out, knocked by 187 Black. And now C-Dub comes rolling in, but gets taken out by Bad Company, who's holding this tiny little shed just outside the zone. And now 187 Black is finding themselves in a bit of trouble here.
I don't care who you are. If you're coming out of the 5th zone, blue zone, as fast as you can into an area where there's already a compound, you're gonna catch rounds. You have to understand that. I don't care if you're 187 Black or anybody. It's just can they smoke and get themselves healthy, and then be able to rotate out of there without taking more damage.
And now you have 10 HP taking shots over at Hacks. Murda able to get the knock there on Cobra. Murda just inside the zone, laying in the grass, throwing smokes all over where he's at, as Ghost Melee Elite not very far away from Murda, just east of where he's located.
Wow.
And now Zebra getting taken down
directly through the center.
As Mr. Zebra gets taken out by MysFyr. Mystic is now the only one that's left standing here on this 1A7 team as he rotates around and gets after Savage. Now, if he's not careful, he might get taken out by Ghost, as Ghost is able to see him, but is not able to take him down. Mystic now gets back up, looks around, uses the smoke as a shelter, as a way to keep people from being able to see him. Throws another one just as safety, throws another one in the direction of where Ghost is at so he can't see him. You have 10 HP firing shots at Broham Elite, who's trying to get into the zone just outside of it. And they're getting taken down. Now men of 4. BBC starts to push in where Axe is at. Drop shotting. But men of 4 gets taken out here on a bit of a baffling move there. Why push?
By Hacks Thrive. Pretty much by himself. What a job.
And now Broham, is this Broham Elite? Yes, Broham Elite gets taken out. And that's
now
gonna do it for them.
down to 5 teams, dude. 10 players and all that. Holy jeez. 187 trying to get their team back together, drives their vehicle directly through the center of the zone, not caring who fires at him.
Now Chinito has to get over there to Whiskey to get picked up, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we're going to have 5 teams here, 8 players. You have Drop Bravo with 3 of those 8 that are remaining. Hacks with 2 players. Broham Elite with 1. 187 with 1. And 10 HP with 1 as well.
These are all teams we've been sleeping on, except for 187.
And if you take a look here, all these teams are outside the zone. They all have to converge on one another.
No one wants to push in first. This is when you hope you have those smokes. This is why you loot early in the match. This is why you push away from battles, so you can have more smokes. You should be having smokes. You should have mollies. You should have these grenades set up for just this time.
And now 10 HP Bliss able to get a knock and a kill on one of the Drop Bravo members. You're down to 5 teams, 7 people that are left, 10 HP. Bliss has to start moving in. The zone is not going to be playing around at this point. Drop Spirit now gets knocked and killed by Broham Elite's Whiskey. And now Drop Bravo is down to 1 player left, with Hacks down to 2. They're the only team left with multiple players that are still in this match.
You can't. This isn't TPP. You can't just go TPP and snake and see above. If you go prone, all you see is grass in front of you.
And now a team throws a grenade over into the middle of the circle, hoping to hit somebody, maybe get a knock, maybe get a kill.
And look at Hacks. Look at Hacks' attitude and Thrive, having the smokes, spreading it out, making sure no one knows exactly where they're at in this. And look at that. And now Hacks.
And now Attitude able to get the kill on 10 HP. Now Thrive peeking out of the smoke there. 21 seconds before the zone starts to creep in even more. Sphincter getting tighter and tighter. Attitude looking around. Can't seem to find anybody. Laying down on the ground in the middle, not even in a grass patch. So it's going to be easy to see if...
this is the road.
More grenades being thrown. Mystic now seeing Attitude of Hacks. Gets the knock on him. Mystic getting a kill on Whiskey. Greasy able to see Mystic, or is he seeing Hacks here? Hacks Thrive. Able to see Drop. Greasy takes him down. Mystic playing it smart. Looks like can Mystic get the win here? Able to get the knock on Attitude. He's got to know that he's the only one that's left here going against a team of 2.
No,
and Thrive gets the kill on Mystic, and that's going to do it for this match, as Hacks is able to get the first win in the first match of the HyperX Scrim Season 1.
And not only that, 11 kills for Hacks, Duke. 187 starting off very, very strong. 11 kills, Drop with 6. And then some new teams, some teams we haven't seen. The most of Bad Company coming in here with 9 kills, 10 HP. Team we haven't seen, but we haven't talked a lot for this BHC. Brohim coming in here with, 8, and then Ghost Melee Elite with 3 in the top 7. So what we're going to do, Duke, is we are going to now try to get 2 of the guys that we have put on this preseason all-star team, this fantasy team. We're going to be bringing in Cal from the Forgotten and Artemis from MysFyr. Let's give me 1 second. Let me see if this invite process works. We will see, or if it will completely screw it up. Either way, you have a 50-50 chance of either one happening at this point, sir. So I have let the Forgotten know that we're waiting for Cal and also Artemis too. And I'll tell you what, neither the Forgotten, which was also, Cal kind of speak for the Forgotten, and Artemis for MysFyr, both teams we had as our kind of third place team, not having the best first match right off the bat. If these guys ever want to come in here. And we are now lucky enough, first off, to come in here is the IGL from MysFyr, a person that was placed as one of the 5 members on DukeCummings' preseason all-star team, and the IGL of who Duke has picked to come in 3rd place in these overall scrims, Artemis. Hello, sir.
What are you sexy beauties doing?
Hola, senor.
Now,
up,
obviously, this season, the Scrim season, is a race, or it's a marathon, not a sprint. But
Sure.
with that said, that initial match can't be what I know. You draw up some pretty specific plans. You're very detail oriented in regards to how you want to do things. I'm sure that's not how
Sure,
you wrote
sure.
it up.
I mean, I may or may not have gotten a package today from an anonymous source. But the ding dong signed his name on the check. Hang on, let me grab it real quick. Zedox Hercules Jones.
Oh, are you saying that you've been bribed to throw this match?
I cannot confirm or deny any of those accusations.
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna need to change up my fantasy team.
Too late, sir. Nope.
Too
late, sir.
Obviously, somebody is proud to publicly look terrible. And then also, is this the type of thing that you're running, Pickford? Is this what you're running?
This is all news to me. I have no idea. There will be a full investigation into this. This is obviously, I think that maybe this is not even the real Artie. I don't know, but there will be an investigation. I'm going to presume it is.
There's some other things in the box that I probably can't say on stream, but yeah, definitely investigate that guy.
So, other than that, before you were accused of being bribed, why do you? I mean, MysFyr has made some improvements. We've seen in the stats, MysFyr has improved. Obviously, this is only one match. We can't really go off that whole thing. But we've seen it now with in regards to like MysFyr's recruiting, in regards to how our kill rates, our finishes. What is coming together with MysFyr now that's making them improve?
I mean, honestly, it's getting in, doing the work, practicing, working on things that we need to work on. Obviously, pretty piss poor job of showing that last game, obviously. But mainly, we want to compete, and we want to be able to compete at the highest level that we're able to. So, I mean, we're definitely, obviously we want to win, but we're definitely shooting for top 5.
And another team, we're also lucky enough to have joined with us Cal from the Forgotten, a guy who had 21 kills on Friday, a person that I put onto my preseason all-star clap team. And I know that for you guys, it's forgotten. You guys also probably didn't have the best outcome in that first match, as MysFyr did too.
You can hear me, eh? That this is on? Okay. Okay.
We hear you.
It wasn't what we expected. But there was a couple of bad decisions on our point, and kind of not being ready for the zone shift, and only having one car. So there's a lot of things we could have done better, but we'll get it next game. At least it wasn't.
And I think what was tough about that match is you guys played for 25 minutes at the high level, and you end up, I think, coming out in 16th place. So pretty much you get the same amount of placement points as a team that played for 30 seconds, but you had to play for that long and really deal with the stress and stuff like that. But like I said, I picked you guys as my team to come in third in this whole thing. Plus, I put you on my preseason All-Star team, so I have nothing but confidence in you guys to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, I think I didn't have any kills that game, but I'll try hard for you next game. But
I appreciate that.
I had 333 damage. I don't know where that. One of my teammates stole one of my kills, but don't worry. That's usually Blade, but it was Gizmo this time. But yeah, Blade steals kills all the time. That's what he does.
That's the rumor.
Yes, the rumors. But I think you'll see better from us the next two games, for sure. And I mean, usually it's the first game we do good, and the second game it's not so good. But the next two games, I tell you, we're not going to come 14th. We're not going to come 14th or whatever we came. But it is, like you said, playing for 25 minutes, and we had awesome position, like we had the loot, we had and then we just got shifted, and we weren't as ready for it as we should have been. And I think that's what at the end cost us all those placements. So.
Well, I want to make sure. I know you have to you're actually in the room.
Oh,
so that's good.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now.
And Artemis is in the room too. So I want to make sure you guys don't miss it. So I'll keep you guys for a little bit longer since you guys don't have to get into the room. But both you guys are on teams. Both you, Cal, and you, Artemis. That 2 months ago, when these scrims started, you guys were a team that was part of that, like, quote unquote shit sandwich. You'd have a couple good matches, then have a really bad one, and then. But I think both you teams have kind of improved and increased, and especially you guys really on the Forgotten showing up on Friday, and really one of the most incredible comebacks I've ever seen in scrims. What have you guys? And we talked about Artemis a second ago. What have you guys in the Forgotten been doing to improve? And the same thing with you, Artemis. What are the daily things you're now trying to do just to keep that improvement, momentum going?
Well, it was like, especially after 2 months ago, I just started playing with these guys 2 months ago. So that's I just started playing, and at the start it was no one really knew what each other's job was, I guess, and it was a long struggle of different play styles, trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, we just started playing classics together and just having fun and seeing how each other played. And now I know where everyone's going to be all the time. They know what I'm doing. For example, on Friday, right? In Sandhawk, I knew that I had to lay down and shoot people, and they were watching my back and keeping everything safe and making sure that, no one was going to come up. So it was they helped me. All those kills I got on Friday, if they didn't put me in the position that I was in, and I was never going to get them, right? So it's all I shoot, right? That's one of the things I like to I shoot. And I don't, Boca and Gizmo, they're a lot about the rotations. They keep us going. They're putting me and Blade in the right positions. Blade did really good on Friday, and without them doing their job, me and Blade would be useless, because not one person can take out squads, right? Especially in this scrim, everyone's good. There's not anyone that's bad. So you can't just be one person. And I'm sure the team is what makes it, right? And over the last 2 months, I think we just been a better team. We talk every day on Discord. We get to know each other, and I think we just trust each other now. And I think that's the biggest thing. Yeah.
Now, Artemis, how do you keep, once you see that improvement happening as an IGL, how do you keep that momentum going? So you don't just get a little bit better and then stall out?
As far as keeping the momentum, going, it's always finding different things that we can work on. So there's always something new that we can try, new to practice, new, and everybody's, pretty critical about their own performance. And they're like, hey, we need help with this, we need help with that. You know, there was a lot of behind the scenes. You know, I go back and I watch all the scrims and you know, taking screenshots of the overviews to see if I can figure out patterns of how teams are rotating and stuff like that. So it's just doing homework. It's just, you know, that's how we keep the momentum going. It's just doing our homework, making sure
sir,
that we can get it.
I know that the lobby's open. I'll let you guys get in there, talk to your teams. Thank you both for coming in here on the very first Scrim Day.
Nice.
Good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah, good luck, Cal.
Thank you very much. See you later.
And there you go, Duke. We have two of the people on this preseason All-Star team, Artemis and Cal, both of them not having the best first match. You know, neither one of those guys getting a lot of placement points. But again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And now they're going into Miramar fresh and ready to go.
Miramar, I mean, I imagine we're going to have something similar to what we had last match. Miramar, people are going to be even more spread out, and it's going to get a little hectic there near the end.
What's going to happen is this is a terrible, terrible plane path. It's pretty much all East Coast. Everyone's going to be pushing towards the west. Probably, we'll see if anyone even goes to Puerto or Impala or El Alzahar. But what you're going to see is, because even though it's a huge map, Duke, there's a finite amount of spots. You're going to see 3 or 4 squads get wiped in the first zone. Then it's going to slow down, and then these mountains are going to come into play in regards to rotation, make it harder and harder. People are going to make bad rotations and run into other teams and get blown out of their vehicles.
We got 89 people, 23 teams. I wonder what team didn't make.
What do we have? We had one team that was
didn't show up. A team 11.
But then one person must not have made it in. It was not my fault. I got all of I think it was somebody from Outcast Charlie. Actually, they only have 3 players in this match. But
you take a look at this blame path here, Pickford. I mean, a number of teams dropping before Los Leones, and then a quite the gap.
Mm-hmm. Nobody likes to jump on the weak side of a plane path like this. So I'm surprised anybody went to Puerto Paraiso. Nobody went to Impala. That's going to be all loot available, but no one took it. Only one team, the Wu, went to El Alzahar, and MysFyr and Infamous decided to wait to the end of the zone to kind of push up into Cruz de Valle and Campo Militare. We'll have to see where this zone comes and to see who's going to be able to look at all the teams in the low southwest corner and in the southeast.
A number of teams. You got Minafor Bravo, 10 HP. Over there in Los Higos.
And Chumacera, that place is a crap hole. Don't ever jump there if you're playing scrims. It's terrible with its tiered location, but people still do it. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of kills in that area in the next few minutes.
We do have last one standing getting into it with the Forgotten, though I can't seem to find out where they're at.
They are in
Picado.
Picado.
Last one standing, getting a couple of knocks, a couple of kills on the Forgotten. Cal and Gizmo already have been knocked and killed, and now the Forgotten are down to 2 players, Blade and Boca, and Pickford his fantasy squad is not looking so hot right now.
At least Boca's smart enough. He was over in the arena by himself. He got a vehicle pushed out. He's gonna have to go over. He's not even waiting for Blade. Hopefully he'll come back and try to get him. While last one standing is trying to figure out that Boca left. They don't know maybe where Blade is. They only have 3 members, so Blade's really got to stay. Although Boca has just left them there. I don't know if Blade has a vehicle that we don't know about. No, he's just hiding behind a fence. So I think it's a little interesting that Boca just left him there. He should kind of go back there and try to get him. He's not like pinned down or anything. I mean, I'm not agreeing with the Forgotten's gameplay in this right now and how they're playing this right now.
And now we do have Hacks very close to the second place team, which is 187 Black. these two teams, first and second. Hacks with 41 points coming into this match. 187 Black with 33 points. And then we also have, who's it? Bad Company, a team that I don't think we know anything about, do we?
No, a newer team. They've been in a couple events, but not a team we've talked to or really had any interaction with.
Whiskey Sway Sicario. Only a 3-man team right now. And also you have Drop Bravo with 25 points. And Broham Elite rounding out the top 5 with 20 points. But we'll take a look here at Lights On, as they seem to have found their way into a battle with Outcast Charlie, as Lights On Brianna using that Car 98 with a 3-time scope, trying to get a hit on Spaz OP, not able to hit any of these shots. It appears that Lights On Brianna has gotten her Viper Sniper lessons at one Alien School of PUBG, not the Viper Sniper School of Sniping.
And Spaz is out there by that F-Boy shack, just trapped there. Obviously, Lil, Horsepower, and Brianna all know exactly where he's at. And they're just going to try to keep peppering him with rounds, trying to get this kill as quickly as they can. They only have Bongman and Madman with him. I don't know where the rest of his team is. They're far away. So looks like Spaz is in a little bit of trouble in regards to being able to get himself out of this situation.
We have Broham Alpha over here very close to Broham Elite, the team that finished in 5th place last match. And now they're having to fight their counterparts from across the valley here, as they're able to get a knock on, I believe, 1 or 2 of the members.
And this is the same initial battle we saw between these two teams in Novo, and we see the same result. The Broham Elite team knocking 2 of their players, killing 2 of their players, while 2 of their players are going to have to probably Emperor and Toxic have to escape. Almost exactly what we saw in Novo earlier in Aragon.
And they're able to get the finish on 2 of the members here on Broham Alpha. Broham Elite scaring away the rest of the Broham Alpha members as they decide to cut their losses and get the hell out of there.
And I can't wait to see this rotation, Duke, from the Southwest. And all those teams down there on the island, the prison island, Outcast Bravo, 10 HP, Mena 4, Bravo, Top Strikers, and Psychos, all going to have to push up into this zone. So it's going to be, I think, pretty spicy when they decide to make that movement.
It appears 187 Black has decided to rotate around Los Leones, not get involved there. You do have True Savages. And it looks like our 3rd place team is down to 1 member here, as True Savages pushes in and gets the finish on our 3rd place team, Bad Company.
And although True Savages has lost 1 member, they're able to get that squad wipe, get the 3-team kills. Killer, Wolf, and Brett still around. Pancake gone. So they should still be able to fight as a full squad with 3 players. But if they lose 1 more, they're gonna probably have to go into defensive mode for the rest of this match.
True Savages, losing Pancake there in that battle over in Chumacero. You were talking about this spot earlier, Pickford. Very tricky area.
I hate it. If you're not on the very top, it's just so hard. If you're in that middle section where True's at right now, and there's a team across the street and above you, you're just in a kill zone. It's just not worth. It's all about risk and reward to me, and the risk of dropping in Chumacera is just way, way greater than any reward you're going to get by the loot. Although there is a lot of loot in this area. And now True Savages will be able to really benefit from that and loot this entire area by themselves.
And now I'm looking at Meta 4 here. Where's my 1st round pick? Where the hell's BBC at?
BBC has been replaced in the 2nd match with Snackity Boy.
Snackety boy! You guys are bringing in
BT like
a player we've never heard of in the second match, in the first scrim of the what?
Duke,
You replace your best player for Snackety boy?
Duke, what are you gonna do? That's gonna cost you big points.
Are you kidding me right now? Ugh. Ugh.
Back to the drawing board, Duke.
I have to have a serious talk with the MysFyr.
I can taste
swear
that tiger already.
They're gonna hear a lot of lip from me.
And look at how Outcast Alpha has gone all the way north, all the way up by Kappa in their rotation to come in from the north. What a smart move, but MysFyr, knowing that that's the best play, is also pushing up to the northern part of the circle because they know there's going to be almost no teams up there based on the plane path.
And you have all your teams coming from that island starting to move into the zone. You have Broham Alpha looking around, maybe potentially getting some shots here on Outcast Bravo, but that's not going to happen. He's just going to keep quiet so nobody sees him as he tries to rotate to the zone on foot. That's toxic of Broham Alpha.
And a lot of the teams underneath there, this Outcast Bravo, 10 HP, and MysFyr Bravo, knowing that there's a lot of teams on there, are waiting in the blue, knowing it's only the first blue, that they can handle it, to wait and allow some of the teams to rotate up before they make that decision to rotate themselves. And now you have Outcast Alpha about to rotate directly into MysFyr.
So we get on board with Brownie. I wonder how many kills he's got for me so far. Probably 0. And now it looks like Wadu ends up getting knocked, I believe, from Infamous and getting finished by Infamous. And now Outcast Alpha is down to only 3 members.
They've got MysFyr in front of them and Infamous behind them. So they're going to have to rotate through. They're going to drive right past MysFyr. Let's see if MysFyr puts any rounds on them.
And now they do. They start to fire some shots off. Ace a little late to the party on that one. As Outcast Alpha decides to just drive on through. They do not want to get into a fight. Remember that they're one of the lower teams. They're not in the top 10 right now. Not the most opportune time for them to decide to drop out of that top 10 streak that they've been on for the last couple of weeks.
And the zone continuing to stay north. Not a zone we see very often where teams staying up north is obviously beneficial to them. And these teams in the southwest have more distance to pull to get up into the zone.
We do have Hacks starting to push in pretty close here to Ghost Melee Elite and Outcast Charlie. It sounds as if Ghost Melee Elite is firing some shots over at Outcast Charlie. They do get a knock on Spaz as Peachy of Hacks rotates back over to where Thrive Attitude is at, getting out of the bomb zone there.
Yeah, Bongmain, Madman, and Spaz, all in a bad situation, kind of up on the hill. It looks like Bong is going to try to rotate right. I don't know if that's going to be successful because he has both Savage and Ghost right there. He's going to run right into him.
Ghost starting to rotate up, coming very, very close to Bongmain.
Looks like Bong probably just did that just to maybe get their attention, give Spaz and Madman a couple extra seconds to pick him up.
Ghost looking a little bit too far to the right where Bongmain is actually at. Now he sees Bongmain throw some Uzi shots over at him and takes him down. Now he's knocked. Stanky getting a knock with the grenade on Spaz, and it looks like Madman might be the only one left standing on this team.
Now Madman just running. I don't know where he is. He just ran out of the smoke like he was on fire or something.
Madman looking like he's
through by Ghost.
Looks like he was running through quicksand there as he was trying to escape the inevitable death that he ended up experiencing there.
I mean, Outcast Charlie was already in a bad situation. They only had 3 players running into a full Ghost Bay elite team, a high-quality elite team. It was very, very difficult for them to do that. And Ghost, Savage, Stinky, and Michael of Ghost Bay elite able to successfully defeat them. But now Outcast Bravo looks like they're posted up a little bit to their right, maybe hearing the gunshots you can see in the kill feed. Maybe going to decide to get in it with Ghost Bay elite, but nope, they decided to pull out of there and get out and not deal with Ghost Bay elite right now.
It looks like over on the west side we have Senseless Killers keeping 10 HP and Broham Elite or Broham Alpha at bay, keeping them from being able to get to the zone.
Oh, it's gonna be so frustrating. These guys just right inside the zone. 10 HP Blissful. They can't move. They're getting killed. Plus Toxic behind them. There's no way for them to really move. But now they're pulling out right now because they know that they have a long ways to go to get out of that zone. Even though it is the second going into the third zone.
And now it looks like Senseless Killers deciding to leave Broham Alpha behind. Gonna get in a vehicle and maybe move to the next zone. As the zone is starting to push in, this is only the second circle, so it's not going to do too much damage. We're going to go into the zone where we have Hacks very close by to last one standing. They throw some shots over there at Frank, who's trying to drive off. Vehicle starting to smoke, but they also have Outcast Bravo right next to them. As they're able to get a knock on Attitude here. But now Jay White goes down by Thrive and gets finished by Thrive as he rotates over to the left side, flanking Outcast Bravo, leaving them with only 3 members.
And now that knock on Attitude is going to be all for nothing because they're going to get picked up. It's going to be a 3-on-3. Now this is just going to be an issue of who's going to get knocked first, and then does the other team have the ability to push across this road to get the to get a squad wipe. Outcast doing pretty well, trying to keep themselves wide open, but Thrive over on the side, trying to get an angle while Cobra, Peach, and Attitude are right ahead. Let's see if Thrive can get an angle on either Lust or YouTube Cried.
It looks like maybe they I wonder if they'll potentially get some shelter here as the bomb zone is right there on Outcast Bravo here. And now it looks like Thrive is going to start pushing in. He's getting a little bit closer, starting to rotate into him.
I think that's maybe a little risky for Thrive. I think that might be a little bit dangerous because now here comes Lights Out, trying to get themselves coming right through the blue, pushing Outcast Bravo. But no, they hear the footsteps, they take off, and all of them are shot out of their vehicle, blown up, killed.
Blown up by the bomb zone!
By the bomb zone! The entire team of Lights Out destroyed by the bomb zone!
And this is what, this is what a lot of people have said in the past, is why they don't take one vehicle ride in together. They rotate as a squad with separate vehicles. But now you hear Hacks Thrive does get taken out by YouTube Cried and finished off there, and now this is a 3v3 battle.
That push by Thrive, like I said, was incorrect. And the red zone just reformed directly on top of them. So they're going to have to go through another red zone because, the red zone said we already got 4 kills, so we might as well try to get some more.
It's like Cobra's going to try and crawl around in the grass. True Savage's Brett, as you can see in the kill feed, has the AWM. He's putting in some work with the Duke and his favorite weapon.
Talking about the shotgun?
No, that would be the AWM.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Let me just update my notes.
And that was on, I believe, Broham Broham Elite, a top 5 team. So, certainly some work that True Savages needs to get done so that way they can close the gap on a top 5 team there.
Exactly. And now at least Hacks is kind of pushed back and they're working together. Same thing. Oh, and finally Hacks gets the knock on and the kill on Beatty. This is their chance. Oh, but they're not going to take it. They're good. Yes, they are. Cobra and is pushing. I don't know, but it looks like he's. I don't know if the rest of the team's going to do it with him. They're kind of peachy at edge. They're kind of holding back. I think they really got to work together. Cobra getting the knock on Craig. And Lust just beating feet out of town. Deciding that, you know what?
It doesn't seem like it's going to last.
He gets shot in the back by Hex Cobra, running out of there as fast as he can. So we've been in this match now 20 minutes, still have 18 teams, 60 players. All these teams that have gotten knocked out, Duke, are only getting 1 placement point. Not really what they want to get. They want to amass points, and for the after first nights of power rankings after 1 night. No, a lot of teams are running into this zone, and they're going to be seeing that they're going to be running into teams that have already taken control of these compounds.
You do have 10 HP. Top Striker's very, very close to where Hacks is at. And now Hacks getting eyes here on Ghost Melee Elite as they drive up. They're able to get 1 knock, then 2 knocks. Then all 4 of them are taken out. And just like that, Hacks has doubled their kill count here. With 17 teams still remaining. Peachy gonna start heading over to the vehicle. We're 21 minutes into this match here.
And still 2 teams have to get knocked out to start getting 2 placement points. Like you said, 21 minutes into the second match. We talked about with the Forgotten. They worked for 25 minutes only to get 1 placement point. The same amount of points that MysFyr got. They were knocked out in 45 seconds.
As Hacks Peachy starts throwing some shots over there at Zavex. Zavex gets taken out by the play zone.
And Frankie and Dizzy know where they're center mass.
They're already in the zone.
Is like, I guess, a lost cause for them for the rest of this match.
Not going to be good for that fantasy squad of yours there, Pickford.
It's not looking good for us so far.
Now Cobra taking some shots over at 10 HP prod. Can't quite hit the shot. Still can't hit the shot. Still can't hit the shot. And now the Woo into a battle here.
Woo Trick, another guy on my team, has 4 kills.
With Broham Elite taking them down, getting them finished, and they're gonna end up taking a drop here from the top 5.
Look at Hacks Cobra just running in the blue, the 4th blue, all by himself, just trying to make it into the zone.
And now Attitude getting taken out by Trick here. Trick now getting peppered here by top strikers. The Woo trying to get their way into the top 10. You have 187 Ginger, 187 Black in a battle here with MysFyr. Artemis getting knocked by Ginger with that M24. Ginger really showing him how it's done. I like it. I like it. Throwing some shots over there, but not able to hit anybody.
And with that zone, MysFyr, somebody shot a flare at Mr. Zebra. I love it. Someone shot him with a freaking flare. But now they have, to their left, they have Team 12, Mena4 and Mena4 Bravo. So that's really preventing them from pushing down into MysFyr, keeping MysFyr up. But here comes Drop coming up behind MysFyr right now.
As Vulcan throws some shots over there at him, but can't quite do any damage there. It looks like Drop was maybe considering hanging out in that area, but it looks like they're gonna stop there.
Fatboy pulling Zeus out of his vehicle.
That's a drop Zeus, not top striker Zeus. And now drop. Throwing some shots over at 187 Black over on top of the mountain. Mr. Zebra now returning the favor.
And the problem now is that Vulcan is completely separated from the rest of MysFyr in this vehicle by himself, or in this building by himself. So he's pretty much on his own in regards to anybody that pushes him from that side.
MysFyr continuing to pepper shots, I imagine, in the direction of 187 Black, but Vulcan and Jerboa very close to one another. We could have a little one-on-one battle here between Drop and MysFyr. Jerboa.
Here, with this team so close, Duke, is that you got to stay alive. These teams are going to run into each other and start killing each other. It's just as important to not only to get kills, but to stay alive, get those placement points.
Now, after Artemis was able to get up, he does get a knock on another drop member, but this is drop Bravo, not drop Alpha. Or I guess this is drop. And now you have
Drop
Infamous
and
getting
only 2 teams in the zone.
And now Infamous getting into it with drop Bravo here. Throwing some shots, taking out Scorpion, Scorpion was knocked. Drop Bravo, Greasy and Karma has been taken out here late in this match.
It's still 14 teams, Duke. 14 teams still alive in this match. Going almost 25, 26 minutes in.
As Infamous continues to throw shots down over at Drop Bravo, Spirit getting taken down by Artemis, as Artemis is able to third-party this situation. He gets the finish on Spirit, and Artemis then gets the finish on the entire Drop Bravo team as he takes down Wiz.
MysFyr trying to make up for lost time in that first match. Now at least getting a 12th place finish minimum, plus 4 team kills. And here comes now the Forgotten pushing up in behind 187 Black. 187's had this kind of hill all to themselves. No problems, but Blade and Boca sneaking up. Ginger is keeping the rear echelon, so they are having somebody back there. But will the Forgotten be able to push, because they had to come in there because of the blue?
And now, Ambush was able to get a knock on somebody. I don't remember who it was. Last one standing. Now throwing shots over at Outcast Brownie and the rest of Outcast Alpha as they try to get into the zone here. Dizzy continuing to pepper shots over in Brownie's direction, almost blowing up his vehicle, but Brownie's got a whole nother team to deal with here. He gets into the shed, smoking that area out. As Infamous then pushes in, but they get knocked out. Demon Seaman trying to get involved with MysFyr here, but he gets taken out, and the only one that's left here of Infamous is Pothead. And Artemis comes in and gets the finish there on Demon Seaman.
And now MysFyr up to 8 kills, and your boy Artemis on your team having 5 kills, Duke. So nice selection on that one.
Yeah, I had to have a talk with him.
It looks like whatever you said to him worked. But maybe that gets that check bounced from Zedediah Hermes Johnson.
Hermes Johnson. Yeah, that guy. Now you have Men of 4 getting into it with 187 Black. As Men of 4 continues to take shots over there, Snackety Boy taking Ginger down, and now last one standing gets over there and takes down Men of 4.
This is just an angles issue, Duke. Do you have your angles locked on? Because when the Snackety Boy gets knocked, then as soon as he pops up, someone can see him and kills him.
The last one standing, Frankie, now getting a knock on God, pushing into the rest of Men of 4. Sees FB, but can't get FB as he gets knocked out. FB going back over to Real Deal. Gonna get a pickup on him. Dizzy up on top of the hill, but he's got to push into the zone. He's got to forget about Frankie. 187 Black. Able to get all their members up. Outcast Alpha over there in the area of where MysFyr's at. 187 Black seeing Dizzy. Can't get the finish on Dizzy.
2 members of MysFyr knocked in that building. Fatboy can't get to him because Outcast Alpha's pushing from that left-hand side, both Gold and Brownie.
And we have MysFyr, we have Drop, 187 Black, Outcast Alpha, all left here. And it appears that Brownie, is Brownie the only one that's standing on his team?
It's I think, yeah, somewhere into Gold, yeah. Gold and Brownie are both on the outside of this building. Fatboy's the only one that's still in there, because Artemis and Ace both bled out. Gold, though, just gets knocked by Drop Ambush.
As Ambush, Ambush does have the VSS, so he's the silent killer out there right now. Nobody can really pick up exactly where he might be because of that quiet weapon. Not a lot of damage.
Affecting Brownie, the VSS being his favorite weapon, and Fatboy Fatboy finally
getting blown to smithereens by Brownie's grenade there, and now we're down to 3.
Get a 4th place finish, so obviously doing better. But now what do we have here? 187 Outcast Alpha and Drop, 2 teams we see quite often, and another team Drop. That comes in here and can do this at a minute on any time. We can Drop, Boldy, and Ambush, 2 of the original members of Drop.
And it looks like Outcast Alpha is in a very, very bad spot here, as they don't have any cover with that warehouse, as they have to push into the zone. Murda and 187 Black are able to utilize that hill. Ginger able to get a knock here on Ambush, helping my my fantasy stats. And now Outcast Gold and Outcast Brownie starting to push into the zone. These are the last 2 teams left standing as the zone eats up on Gold, as Murda's throwing shots at him, gets the knock on him. Murda gonna rotate around
in the
zone, goes after Brownie and gets the finish on him, and that's gonna do it. As
goes into the zone in the 8th zone. Holy criminy, Duke. What did we just see, Duke? That was amazing. That was amazing gameplay. 187 coming in, winning that second match, 10 kills. Outcast Alpha coming in 2nd place, Duke, but Duke only getting 1 kill. Not benefiting on any of those kills. Getting a lot of knocks, but someone must have been taking them because they didn't get them. Only 1 kill with that 2nd place finish. Drop Alpha, the Drop normal team, only, again, 3rd place with only 1 kills. And then MysFyr coming in after that terrible last place finish in the first match, able to get 8 kills, come in 4th place. So they're going to get those, not only the placement points, but the kills. Last one standing with only 3 members getting, 9 kills. Metaphor, without your boy BBC, still doing well. Snickety boy leading them to a 6th place finish. They end up with 5 kills total. And in 7th place, the 2nd Metaphor team, also with only 1 kill. So what we're going to do now, Duke, is we're going to continue on this theme of talking to the players that we've selected into this preseason All-Star, this fantasy team. We're going to be bringing in, let me make sure my notes are correct, that I'm not writing with any false information. It should be Mr. Zebra and hold me sure. Let me get the Mr. Zebra and Ginger. So let me get these guys on the phone, get them in this room so we can talk to them about that win they just had and their selection into this preseason All-Star team.
Well, while you're doing that, Pickford, I think we could send it to a quick commercial break.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and take care of that, and hopefully whenever we come back, we'll be able to have an interview with 187 Black's Ginger and Mr. Zebra. suggest you kids better buckle up. Happily ever after, right?
We just had. I mean, I don't. Ginger was just in here. He left. I don't know if he got cold feet. So let me see what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, while he's figuring that out,
That was quite nice. What did I just watch? That was pretty awesome.
it appears, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and baby bird you all. Yes. Because I need the Duke is looking to expand his audience. He's looking to do some fairy tales for kids. Very excited. Very excited for these bedtime stories to share with everybody. Not just for the kids. I mean, the adults can watch them too and listen to them. Very fun time. Very excited for the release of these fairy tales. The first one rolling out September 25th. Very excited.
So now we are pleased to have with us both Ginger and Mr. Zebra from 187. So first of all, thank you guys both for giving us a few minutes of your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just in case you didn't see the pregame show, we did our preseason all-star team, who we thought was going to be on this all-clapper team, this all-frag team. Duke picked Ginger. I picked Mr. Zebra. Reasons why: I think that Mr. Zebra's hacks are the best NA, so that's why I picked him. And Ginger, I know that you got a lot of things on your plate. A lot of times, you have to bring in maybe another player. So I know that when you do come in here, you're, like I said, I fanboyed on you a lot. But the reason I didn't take you was because how many matches you get hit. I know Zebra's here all the time. So first of all, what's your opinion on Duke and I both thinking you guys are going to be at least one of the top 4 fraggers for this entire season?
You go first, Ginger?
Yeah, I'll go first. So honestly, I'm kind of upset that you didn't pick all 4 or 5 of us to be in the
Well, we were not allowed to. We could only pick one per team. That was the rule.
Okay, fair enough.
I was going to take 187 Black, but Duke said I couldn't. We could only take one player per team. That's why 2 players, though, from 187 did get picked.
Well, you had some great picks there, so I'm glad you picked this. I have a life outside of this game, and it does from time to time interfere with scrim schedules. But when I do come in, I try to make the best of it and make everyone happy as much as possible.
You better not let it get involved in my fantasy scores, okay?
I guarantee that your fantasy scores are going to be great. You're going to get the best decision of my life, and I'm glad you stuck it out there, Duke. I appreciate that.
So you guys obviously your first match not perfect, but you come in here and you clutch the second the match, really put yourself in the perfect spot in that last zone. They had to come to you. It was just a matter of time before you're just going to wipe them out. But one thing I saw in that first match, and one thing, and I'm always going to keep it 100 with everybody, one thing that 187 does is sometimes they get aggressive. They want to push. They over-rotate. You may have one guy over-rotating a little bit. He gets on an island and he gets killed and are knocked and killed. That's kind of been like the faux pas on 187 in the past. That when you guys don't push as a group, you guys get out there kind of like on an island that it can do damage and put you guys down to 3 players or 2 players and really affect the rest of your match.
Yeah, we was actually supposed to rotate to Murda the first game, and
I saw that. Holy jeez!
Then I ended up getting lasered on the motorcycle right where Mystic was. So
well, I mean,
kinda...
you guys are in like the 6th zone, and the decision was to drive directly through the center of the circle where there's 9 teams to drive to Murda. I mean, I thought Murda was done. I thought you guys were going to say on one side and Murda would be over there. You guys say no. You drive directly in between 9 teams through the center of the circle, and you end up one. It was ended up go, but obviously you're gonna get lazy. That's a very hard play to make. So with this said, I picked you guys to come in second place in the whole season. Duke picked you to win the whole thing. A lot of pressure on you guys coming into this Scrim season, not only for prizes but for cash. A lot of you guys can come out. What I said, come out here with a lot of money if you play your cards right. How is the pressure for you guys in this as the season starts?
Pressure?
We're kind of just find our own game. Just find our game.
We just play our normal day. There's no pressure when it comes to this. If we go in and do what we're supposed to do, we're going to come out on top. We know that. So that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing I've noticed, if we can keep 3-4 guys alive, most likely we have a real good shot at winning the match. But if you lose too early, it does make it difficult because we do strive to get kills. And
I think last week was the perfect kind of example of 187. Monday winning it, Wednesday winning it, but then Friday you guys come in and come in 12th place. That's kind of like, I think you guys have to kind of get those. Yeah, but you guys win 5 out of 6 matches, but when you lose, you guys come in 12th place. I think that's really the only chink in an otherwise impeccable armor that you guys have.
Yeah, it happens from time to time. Friday, to be honest, we just played a bunch of Scrim games already that day. Coming into the Friday, we said, hey, let's have fun this one because the series starts on Monday. So, we enjoyed our time on Friday as just a normal kind of played it more like a classic game, but definitely right at it again on Monday, as you can see.
I'll let you guys get in there. I don't want you guys to miss. I know Ginger's already in there, but I want to make sure that the rest of you guys get in there. I don't want to be the problem if you guys don't get in there in time. But like I said, you guys are between Duke and I, we've either picked you to come in first or second. So you guys obviously have a lot of expectations riding on you guys. You guys have been doing this. We've seen it in these scrims. We saw it when Duke and I did your scrims. You guys are continuously dominant players, and it's going to take a lot for our team to really knock you guys off that perch. So good luck for the rest of tonight and for the rest of the season.
Thank you guys very
much.
Man.
There we go. A team that we have. I mean, it's one thing to be good a little bit of time, but we've been doing this now for a few months, Duke, and they've just been nothing but getting better and better. Plus, Duke, the bigger thing is they're staying together as a team. How many teams have we seen come in and out of here? Great teams, they do well, and then 2 weeks later they're broken up. They've disbanded. They've done this. They've done that. So they've not only been able to keep a quality team together, but also improve every single week. As you showed in your awesome stats, again, that was showed MysFyr. 187 Black versus the entire field in the past 10 weeks.
6 wins in 9 weeks of playing. That's 6 Scrim wins anyway. That's the team you got to look out for. You think about it, Pickford. Think about it. 10 weeks. 10 weeks. This Scrim season is only 8 weeks long. So you've made you've made a very you've committed a huge error.
Uh-oh. How am I don't make errors. Rephrase your sentence.
You've committed a terrible error.
How do you figure? With my teams, everyone I've picked is top notch. I don't see how you can even make that comment.
A horrible error, Pickford. A horrible error.
That I didn't take all of 187 Black, or that I allowed you to I didn't influence you to take some worse players than you already did?
Worse players? Are you saying that Artemis is a terrible player?
What I'm saying is prognosticating against you is like taking candy from a elderly person that died a week ago.
Say that again?
I said, outthinking you and out prognosticating you is like taking candy from an old person that died a week ago. Yes, the grip is very strong, but you know they're not going to really fight back. You just got to get the candy out of their hand.
Hey! I have a very strong grip. Very strong grip.
Like that of a dead senior citizen.
Yeah, rigor mortis has set its tone.
That's right. And once again, you'll just be shown. I mean, is BBC even playing in this match? Are you lucky enough to give him in any of the matches?
See, that's the only way you can win off of my team not showing up.
Not only did they not bring him in, they decided to play with. I think figured it'd be better to play with only 3 players and not even bring in BBC at all.
Yeah, I don't. All right, we got a match.
That's right. That's right. Back to the match. And did you get the updated scores? Have you updated them on the tracker, sir?
I certainly have.
And some things are kind of coming together, and some things are kind of unique. That 187 Black with 73 points, top of the list once again, sir.
Once again, and my predictions are coming in strong right now. 187 Black with 73 points, Hacks with 59, Metaphor with 35, Outcast Alpha climbing into the top 10 and top 5 with 29 points. Last one standing in 5th with 28, tied with Drop. The same score, though they have more kills than Drop. Broham Elite right behind them with 27. Right behind them, Bad Company at 8th place with 26 points. And with 25 points, MysFyr in 9th place. And Drop with 21 points to wrap out the top 10. As you can see, places 3 through 10 very, very close to one another. Only 14 points separating those 8 teams. I imagine we're going to get a bit of a mix-up after this match.
And it just shows how easy you can come back. MysFyr coming from dead last, 23rd place to 9th in one match with that 4th place finish in the But MysFyr doing a broken or a split loot. What things they've been working on is jumping behind the camps, jumping behind Camp Charlie, looting up behind there, knowing that a team probably doesn't know that they're back there, then coming up on top of the hill and being able to hopefully pepper them and get some kills because the team is in Camp Charlie and thinks they're safe.
And another thing I find interesting is 187 Black all spread out here.
Yes, in that southern part, yes.
Not far away from where they're at. We do have a battle brewing up in Hot 10 between Infamous and Senseless Killers. Demon Seaman and Pothead already going down here on their hands and knees.
Infamous team, that team, they kind of need some things to go in their way if they're going to be successful. If they can't kind of third party, if they can't get into battles when they're already started, sometimes they have a tendency to get smoked, and it looks like that's what's happening so far in this match.
Senseless Killers only with 3 players in this match instead of the 4 that they had earlier. It looks like Hellcell has taken an early exit, decided to get the hell out of there. It'll be interesting to see what this team can do without him helping along the way. And it looks like Infamous is going to be able to get those revives here.
And that type of having all your players in there is just as important as making sure that you're showing up for all the scrims. If you're constantly showing up with 2 or 3 players, you're obviously putting yourself in a disadvantage match after match. This 8-week series, you need to be showing up for every match, every scrim, with 4 players ready to go if you want to give yourself the best opportunity to be successful.
But now Sleepless able to get the finish on one of the Infamous members that was knocked and ends up getting a knock on Scorpion too. And now Scorpion and Roadless are both down, and the only one that's left standing here is Demon Seaman as he's starting to get peppered from behind by Snowy. Snowy looks like Snowy wants to get after Demon Seaman and get the finish, the squad wipe here, and does so as Senseless Killers now have 4 kills.
Senseless Killers coming on strong. They started out when we first saw them a couple weeks ago, very dominant. They've kind of cooled off a little bit over the past couple matches, but looks like they're coming into this one strong and ready to go.
That's going to jump them up above. They go from 19th place to 16th place. They do have now that gives them 10 team kills for this this evening. Though they've only gotten 3 placement points up until this point. So,
and with that said, Duke, even if a team isn't going to try to, win this event, they, finishing the night in, say, 9th place versus 13th place is a lot of points in that power rankings. You got to look at it long-term and short-term. Maybe you can't win this week, but keep getting points. Try to push up those that rank so you can get more points for the overall prizes and power rankings.
This is the first of 24 days. First day in the 8-week Scrim season. HyperX Scrim Season 1, that is.
The only one I've looked, I've yet to ever see a Scrim season that's been set up this way, where you have every match you have to set up individually. You're gonna have different teams in every single Scrim match for all. I promise you, you will not have the same lobby in 2 matches in this 8 weeks. It'll always be different teams. You guys will see a lot of the same teams, but there's always going to be new teams every single week. Really throwing a real issue in for all these teams. Thinking they're going to see the same teams, trying to learn their drafts. You can't win this new teams every single time.
Now we have a top 10 team, Bad Company. Very close to last one standing here. But it looks like these 2 teams are avoiding the fight, not wanting to get involved. As you said, probably keeping track of the fact that, hey, we gotta get as many points as we possibly can. We may not be able to win this week, but every point is very, very important.
I mean, look, if you look at like last one standing, they're currently in 5th place, but they're only 7 points out of 3rd. And that's a huge jump up in power ranking points. So plus being in boot camp, it's hard to cross that area, cross that open gully area until you get a knock. So I think it's going to be a case of Zyvex, Frankie, and Dizzy trying to get that knock. But I'm guaranteed they're communicating. Once they do get that knock, it'll be a call for that push, because they know they're all in big red. But I think it's going to be harder for Sicario, Chito, and Whiskey to push them because they're so spread out.
And, teams places 4th through 9th are all very close to one another. I mean, that's 6 teams all separated by 4 points. So placement is going to play a huge factor here for all of those teams. I mean, and there's a huge point disparity between, say, finishing 9th place or finishing in 4th place.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally you're doubling your points, going from 8 to 16 points. It's so important to get to be thinking long term, thinking smart at all times.
And it appears that 10 HP's gotten themselves into a fight with Drop. I believe that was Drop, the team that is in 10th place. So I imagine we're going to see them drop out of the top 10, and that's not going to be good for their standings.
No, I mean, again, the very worst you can possibly be is 29 points out of 1st place after tonight. That's the very worst you can be. So no matter what happens, you're still in it. You're going to be in it for weeks and weeks and weeks, as long as you keep showing up and keep scoring points.
And now Hacks Thrive is able to get a knock here on Ghost Melee Elite. But I'm not entirely sure if they were able to... No, it looks like Ginger was able to steal the kill from Hacks Thrive's knock.
It looks like it, yes, sir. Is there anything worse? Is there anything worse than getting that knock and then not getting that point? Looking up at your kill feed and seeing that somebody else is taking it, and you see a big 0 next to your name for kills. God, that is so infuriating.
Well, what I'll say about that is I don't mind, since Ginger's on my fantasy team and he's gotten me that point, so
so
I'll gladly take it.
Eat it, Thrive. But look at this 1-in-17, just nice, just spread out in a nice little line right on the edge. They know the team's going to be rotating in from behind them. You got true killers, true Savages, what is that? Outcast, Bravo, and MysFyr all gonna have to rotate pretty much by in that area. So 187 is gonna have to keep their eyes 360, not only for Hacks, Peachy, and Thrive, but for this True Savages coming up behind them.
It appears we have a very big fan that just came in, Pickford. I want to give a shout out to them. M-E-M, that is M. Lil, is letting us know that we're douchebags. I'm glad.
Mem Lil?
M. Lil. I would love to say that, I appreciate the kind words, and if you ever need your mouth douched out, I'd be glad to do it.
I'm sure I'll clean out your sewer anytime you want to, M. Little.
True Brett, now getting knocked here.
No, get back in the basement and troll away on your mom's computer.
Here we got 187, Mr. Zebra and Mystic going down, and now Ginger is getting taken out here.
Oh, that's not good.
And this is by, I'm not entirely sure who just got the knock on Ginger. I don't know if it was, True Savages or if it was Outcast Bravo coming in from behind.
187 waste. They for some reason they spread themselves so far out. Half of them going after True Savages, the other half going after Outcast Bravo, and True Savages able to 4v2 187, which is of course it's 4v2, and now Ginger trying to 1v4 Outcast Bravo, getting knocked. And I mean, this is what we talked about. 187 goes out there and has a great match in Miramar, and then comes in here, and sometimes their strats can really be suspect in regards to what they're doing.
And now Murda is getting shot from behind here by Outcast Bravo, who's having to push in due to the zone. Murda gonna start healing up, but he's stuck between a rock and a hard place as True Savages and Outcast Bravo are surrounding him. And not only that, now Men of 4 are starting to come in behind Outcast Bravo, and it looks like they might be getting involved here in just a second. And they do. Snackety boy goes down. Why is BBC not in the match?
They're playing with 3 members, so they literally have a spot for BBC, and they chose not to let him play.
And now God, the only one that's left standing on this team.
So what they're saying is they'd rather just play with 3 players. That having no player is better than having two.
I can't believe this. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Men of 4. God goes over to Real Deal to go pick him up. Lust crawling around, rubbing his member in the dirt. And not far from him is Murda.
If they get knocked out, they're going to get 1 placement point right now if they get knocked out at this point.
But they do have kills, I believe. 2 kills. Not much.
So they get 3 points.
They'll get 3 points, which will bring their total to 76. I don't see them getting any lower than 2nd place due to Men of 4's current predicament. And it looks like Outcast Bravo is down to just 1 member here, Lust, as he continues to crawl around and is now going to have to cross that water here. Same thing with Murda. Murda hearing some footsteps around where he's at.
Here's Lust, yeah.
He's boosted up in anticipation of the zone starting to push in. This is the #1 team. And Lust able to get a knock on Pancake from across the way. Murda still holding strong where he's at. Not wanting to get involved here. Trying to get those placement points. 17 teams still remaining. And Real Deal getting the finish on Lust there. And now True Savage is able to get a finish on Men of 4. Well, at least Real Deal God still able to find a way across the water. And it appears Murda is going to play it is still playing in the zone here. Just gonna let the zone eat away at him as he's still trying to get points. There's still 16 teams remaining. As we take a look at the zone, you have Drop Bravo, Senseless Killers over in Hot Tin, very close together, 10 HP, and Bro Ham Elite very close to one another. And now you have Hacks going up against MysFyr.
Up on the mountain, top of the hills. Shooting down.
Peachy able to get a knock on Fat Boy. Artemis already being knocked and killed. Ace almost getting taken out here. Fat Boy getting finished here. As Hacks with the 4 team kills.
Ace and Vulcan, you do right here. You need to throw some mollies up there, and put some. Not do that, Ace. Don't get it. If you know he's up there, why would you push out like that? That's not what you not want to do. You want to stay close, hug that, and then try to time, either have some mollies and throw up there, or try to throw some grenades.
Now Thrive throws a grenade down there, but it doesn't look like he was able to get the finish or able to get Vulcan.
Ace needs to move over there to Vulcan.
Zone's about to push in here in 6 seconds. As Hacks, with all 4 of their members, 5 points as of right now. Kill points, anyways.
The Vulcan's going to push by himself. He's going to leave Ace by himself. Can Vulcan get... I mean, he's right in Thrive and
it looks like Vulcan, although very close to being able to take Attitude out. Attitude jumping to his death for whatever reason. Not entirely sure why he would do that as the zone is starting to push in.
He's going to be able to pick him up because it's going to push far, and it's about to switch to the 5th zone. It's going to make that big switch from 4 to 5 that really spices up that zone. And they're going to have a way...
As we look
they have a ways to go.
As we look at the top team, Murda, just letting the zone eat away at him as he's just trying to collect as many placement points as he possibly can at this point. But he's going to have to get across the water, and that's not going to be it's not going to be an easy task to make with this next zone, which is the 5th circle. It's going to start really eating away at these guys.
As soon as this closes up, plus what's a third of the zone is in the water. So I mean that shows you how much less space there is for these guys once they get in there.
Now
Hacks also coming in 2nd place in so far is really going to come in and really try to build on that or try to close that distance to 187 Black.
Now we have Bad Company squaring off against Broham Elite over on the just north of the of Boot Camp, and they're able to get the finish on Bad Company. And now we're down to 11 teams as Murda continues to climb up the pecking order here. And now
trying
he's
to stay alive.
Gotten himself into the top 10. But he doesn't have much health. This zone really starting to eat away at him. Using one more first aid kit. Can he get it off in time? He does. Is he going to get another one off? Down 9 teams on.
Oh, this is tough.
Outcast Alpha looks like Hacks here ends up getting taken out. Not entirely sure by who.
They were spread out there. I think Brownie and those guys, because half the team was over there by Brownie on the bridge, and Thrive and Attitude are running. But now Murda's trying to get some kills right before he dies, shooting at Hacks, Attitude, and Thrive before he actually, the play zone gets him. So 187 out in 9th place in this 3rd match.
And now the Woo throwing some shots in the direction of Broham Elite. Holding that hill. That's a very nice hill that they have here. As now they take out True Savages. Down to 7 teams here. Hack's gonna have to try and get over, get across the way. Not the most opportune spot to be in, as they have to get across this this river of sorts, and they're going to end up going right into a number of teams. We have the Woo. We have the Forgotten starting to push into where the Woo is at, and also Broham Elite coming into the area as well.
The problem's going to be is that, like, if Hack's attitude stays there, there's no way that once this blue comes in that he's going to be stuck there. He won't be able to get up out of the water. You have to push to the left or right and get on the shore. Oh, and Thrive, they're all taking rounds now from on top of the hill. Thrive's super low.
It's Drop Bravo throwing shots over there. They have to get around some way. They have to get over there to that left side. But they need a little bit of help here. 6 teams are left standing. As Hacks, they essentially need a miracle at this point to be able to get first place.
They're stuck in there. I mean, everyone knows that there's people there. They're safe right now up against the wall. Their best chance maybe is just to try to, if they have health. I know that Thrive has had a lot of health. If he can get up on any of these little ledges to use it.
We have 10 HP right here, right next to the Woo. Hacks up under that ledge, and now Outcast Alpha going after Drop Bravo, keeping them busy. The Forgotten Cal, the only one that's left standing on this team, starting to push in closer and closer to where the Woo and 10 HP's Bliss is at. Zone starting to creep in. Bliss is going to have to get moving as that zone's pushing in on him.
We are past the point of the zone having any forgiveness. This is pretty much 15 to 16 seconds before you're all the way dead.
And now Sirach able to get the knock on Bliss here. Able to get the finish potentially. The Woo with 15 points at this point. And without Trick. And now Hacks with 10 team kills.
Somehow, somebody jumped off the ledge to try to get them or something, and they just shot him. And as soon as he hit the water,
and that was Drop Bravo.
Yeah. So now they got a little ledge. Trick's got a lot of health, but it's just a case of can he make it out of that zone? That's gonna be the big question. Oh,
now Jonica trying to throw some shots over at Thrive, keeping them right there stuck in the circle. They're gonna die to the zone. Either to the zone or to the Woo. Jonica able to get a finish on Attitude. Thrive, the only one that's left, well, not standing, but swimming on this team. Zone gonna eat away. And that's gonna do it. Jonica getting the kill there, and they have 17 team kills. 4 teams left remaining. Gold able to get... Looks like Outcast able to get Outcast Alpha able to get a knock on Jonica, but Jonica's team, the rest of the Woo, able to get the finish on Outcast Alpha. 19 team kills for the Woo. As Cal is the only one that's left standing. It's a solo against a trio here. Cal able to get a knock. Daft's the only one that's left. And now Daffs has to decide, is he going to have enough time to get the pick up here on one of his teammates? Puts his hand on his shoulder, lets him know everything's going to be okay, Sirach. I'm going to need you to get back up. An opportune time for Cal to go over there and do some damage. Instead, he sits back and waits and waits and waits for the rest of the Woo to get the pick up. Sirach almost going down by Cal. Cal peeking, getting the knock on Daffs! Getting the finish on Daffs! Can Cal play spoiler on this team here? The Woo dominating with 19 team kills. That's almost a fifth of this server. Almost getting a knock here on Sirach. Continue to throw shots over there. He's going to have to move as the zone's going to start pushing into where the Woo is standing as of right now. No, my mistake. The Woo has to push to Cal. Cal has the zone taking out Jonica. finishing Jonica, hearing Sirach coming around the corner. Can he get the kill? No, he doesn't. Woo gets the win.
No! And look at that. Remember, Duke, remember who the Woo is. THC. And remember, weeks and weeks ago, we had an interview with Trick, and what did Trick tell us? He said that THC only really wants to stay close in Erangel and in Miramar because their map is Sandhawk. If they just want to stay in the top 10, they know that if they can stay in top 10, they'll score enough points in Sandhawk to give themselves the victory over the whole scrim. And how many times, Duke, we're going back in the Wayback Machine, do we see THC coming in top second place? I think they had like multiple second places before they had a win. We saw that they played very quiet, played very well. They switched to the Woo, and they've had a big drop off. I'm not gonna lie, but they're kind of announcing themselves in this last match of the first scrim with not only a victory but 20 kills, Duke. It's an amazing job by the Woo, formerly THC, Trick, Daffs, Jonica, and Sirach. The Forgotten trying to make up for kind of a bad first event, coming in with 4 kills, beginning of second place. And Outcast Alpha just keeping their top 5 streak going with a 3rd place finish with 4 kills, 10 HP, coming in 4th. Hacks coming in 5th place, getting some kills, getting 10 kills. Drop, Drop? We have both of the drop teams. Drop Alpha, Drop Bravo coming in 6th. BHC, Brohim 7th. True Savages 8th. 187 Wars in first place, coming in 9, but only 9th, coming in 9th place. Really rescuing Murder, really rescuing that from being really, really bad. And 2 kills, and then Sonic Kills coming top 10. So we have a couple of things. We're not done with this event. We still have the final scores. Plus, we're going to have our last interview, which is 2 more members from Pickford and DukeCummings preseason all-star team. Our fantasy picks from both guys from Outcast. DukeCummings selecting Brownie, the IGL, from Outcast Alpha. Well, I selected the what I call the unsung hero from Outcast Alpha. That would be Gold. So we are lucky enough to have Brownie with us right now. We're still waiting for Gold, but first of all, congratulations, Brownie, on a great first scrim event. The casters were amazing, even if little me said that we were douchebags.
Oh, thanks, Pickford. You guys did great. We're super happy to, after all the work we put in, to finally be able to put on the event for the community here.
What I like about this is I want to see the entire, these rankings are going to be so important. Not just, we normally say we talk about top 5, we kind of just gloss over that, but now with this being a cumulative power ranking score, it's really going to matter every single position as it carries over into week after week. And then we're also welcoming Gold in. Gold, I see in that last match, Brownie, who's playing on Duke's team, got 3 kills, and you ended up getting me 0. So I don't appreciate that in the least.
No problem, man. Anytime.
I know that over the season you'll be getting a lot of kills. I know that I picked you on my team. I know that we gloss Brown and we gloss C-Dub a lot. You maybe don't get as much of the pub, but that's why I put you on this elite preseason team of the people that I expect to be on the All-Star clap team at the end of the season. Zebra, Cal, Gold, Zyrex, and Trick from Woo. So, so as we were waiting for the final scores to come in, I know you guys had what I would consider kind of a good, like the Outcast Alpha type of scrim. Not making big mistakes, not really fumbling the ball, playing really smart gameplay. Already had a 4th place finish coming into this match, and most likely probably improved on that based on some of the other teams' finishes.
Yeah, it was. I I mean, I wish we could have gotten more kills, more action than we did, but I mean, we'll see what happens with the final results, which I'm about to send Duke, so you can get that. But yeah, definitely, I would say you know, we were happy with our rotations. Unfortunate how it ended in Erangel, but overall, I mean, with what we had in the end in Sandhawk, I'm super happy that we were able to make it all the way to third place.
Third place.
So, yeah, that.
And there we go. And what you'll do is, if you we'll have, obviously, we're going every match, and this way how we're gonna do it is the individual scrim matches will be posted by Brownie, just like they always have been. I will most likely, I'm not making any promises, I will most likely have updated power rankings and Cherry Topper Popper stats unofficial both on Wednesdays and Fridays, but don't count on it. The only way that you're going to get the official up-to-date power rankings and Cherry Topper Popper frag out winners is by tuning in on Monday to I just got a DM, a hastily written DM on my thing from Trick. Trick is very upset with me right now. He just said, where to go, that the woo is not THC. Hold on, let me pull this up. Don't mean to. He said, where did he say? Where did it come from? Where did you post that? Wherever he wrote it, Trick told me that the woo is not THC, that he has left the THC, and the woo is a completely different team, and don't get them confused, you dummy. They're two different teams, so I apologize for that. But a lot of the players are the same, and I'm sure a lot of the strats are the same. So yes, you know, you can take a horse and call it a giraffe, but it's still a horse. So with that said, I can't wait for these. We can finish these stats out once they.
Every point matters, Pickford.
Every yes, they do,
scared.
sir.
I'm scared.
Oh my goodness, every point matters. Every kill matters too. Holy,
every kill
geez.
matters.
Everything matters. And that I tell you what, that drop guy jumping into the water at the last second was pretty much turned the whole tide of this whole match. At the last second in Sandhawk.
I already know what that means.
You don't know nothing. You just
I know exactly what that means.
You just crunch the numbers.
Pretty sure he knows because I just sent it to him.
I know that. It's called suspension of disbelief, sir. Wow. What? Just some tight scores all over the place.
Well, why haven't I gotten the scores?
I sent them to you.
You didn't get the scores?
No.
I got them. I got them like an hour ago.
Yeah, I don't have the scores.
Hmm.
What the hell, Brownie?
It's being quite.
Sounds like Pickford's getting the special treatment.
Yeah.
I know. I'm over here like, wow. These scores. I mean, I'm sick and tired of looking at these scores. I've had them for so long.
I feel like Duke is getting jealous.
Well. Look at those scores. Interesting.
We're gonna have
Interesting.
some happy chatters tonight.
Oh, you guys are gonna open the floodgates of blood.
Look. So, I mean, there's a lot of what we expect and a lot of what we don't expect in regards to these scores. I mean,
got him in. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not. By the way, Pickford, our good friend M says for a streamer who says, "Don't be toxic." Oh, sure, toxic. I don't remember ever saying "don't be toxic." I encourage it.
I said,
Oh,
what I
no.
said was when he referred to that we were, I think the thing was douches. I said, I will clean out this douche will clean out your mouth. I think that is not toxic. I think that's a statement that you should maybe not talk that way to people.
No, it's just saying I want to be in your mouth. That's all.
Yeah. So and then I said I might have said go back into your mom's basement and get back on the computer and troll somewhere else. I might have said that too. I'm not sure. But that's. I mean, I'm sure your parents.
No. It's just looking out. It's just looking out for them. We're just looking out for their best interest because you're not going to be able to keep up with us. It's just not.
I think
it's not going to happen.
And I'm sure your parents' basement is very nice. I'm sure it has nice wood paneling on the sides. You know, a nice flat screen down there. Your dad probably worked very hard to get at the basement. You know, he got a second mortgage to get the basement finished as a present, you know, to the family one Christmas. It's very nice with some shag carpeting, and your DVD collections on the wall. So just go down there and type away. You know, we're here for everybody.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's Gold is also very inclusive. He's a nice guy. He helps me out. I hit him up in game. He's always giving me little tips of the trade that I'm very appreciative. One thing that I'm noticing though, as we finish up these scores, is that there's a lot of ties. At least there's 3 ties in the top 10. And then obviously using the kills as a tiebreaker. So
all right,
obviously teams.
We do have the scores up now. Ladies and gentlemen, your results. Hacks walking away with the win with 83 points. But Duke, 187 Black has 83 points. You would be correct. But Hacks had the tiebreaker. They had 30 kills to 187 Black's 23 kills.
Imagine 187 Black losing a kill tie.
Imagine that. I don't think I'd ever see the day. 187 Black not having enough kills to break the tiebreaker for the first spot. So Hacks walking away with the win on day 1, stream 1 of HyperX's Scrim season 1.
And I tell you what, Hacks needs to go and thank that guy from Drop who just jumped it through the air right at him, and they shot in like 1 second because that one extra kill, that one extra point is what put them. Tied them up and then allowed us to do the ties, which they won because they would have had 82 points if they had not got that last kill. But
also, to round out the top 5, you have the Woo, who came out of nowhere.
Not THC. They were never the THC. They've always been the Woo. Don't ever refer to them as THC.
Okay. So, the Woo coming from 20th place with 8 points, gathering 50 points in that last match to jump to 3rd place. Getting the 58 points there. Outcast Alpha in 4th place with 52 points, and Minifor rounding out the top 5 with 43 points. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your top 5. Brownie we'll have the updated scores, the standings for everybody to look at after tonight. When will you have that up, Brownie?
Well, the scores will be out after the stream, but the power rankings will not be updated on the website until next Monday. So.
Until next Monday.
It's not until it's not official until it's on your pre-show, Duke. But I will be giving a little bit of a sneak peek. If you tune in on Wednesdays, should be playing on Wednesdays. Tune in on Wednesday, you might get an unofficial sneak peek. If you tune in on Friday, you might get an unofficial sneak peek there too. At both, maybe a top 5 power ranking, maybe a top 5 cherry topper popper ranking. I'm not making any promises, but if you tune in on Wednesday with Nikki DX and on Friday with Random, you could get some information. But only ever gonna get the real deal, the unmitigated, non-toxic truth on Mondays at 9:45. You got to tune in here for that big pregame show. We're going to give you probably top 15 power rankings, top 15 Cherry Tower Popper, plus we're going to, obviously, like we normally do, break down specific teams. We're not saying every team, maybe 5 or 6 teams every week that are doing well. Look at them player by player. Also, Duke, as you know, always kind of comes in with that weird comparison. This week he did it with the field versus 187. We'll see what it is next time. But if you want to know what's going on in these scrims, you have got to tune in 9:45 p.m. Eastern on Mondays to the Outcast Media channel, and you will be completely caught up on everything that happened in the previous week.
Well, I think that's so well said. I think we ended there, Pickford. I mean, that's beautifully done. Beautifully done.
I try. What a great first event, Duke. What a great action-packed, big. No one picked hacks. Before this, they come in, they win this. I mean, just excitement from the finish down to the last kill. Everything mattered. That's all you can ask for in some scrims.
Absolutely. Woo does not get that win. They are in 4th place.
Looks like 187 and Hacks are already fighting in general chat.
I love it. I love it.
They were fighting before the scrims, and 187 was talking mad trash, and then
what's the clock?
Fantastic.
Responding.
He's
fantastic.
Putting they're putting their T1 scrim scores in there,
Pickford.
and their TSL scores.
Is it too late to change my predictions, Pickford?
Oh, I'll tell you what. Okay, and here's a something. Here's a little advice to arguing on Discord, right? If you ever make the statement, 1v1 me right now, bruh, or 4v4 me right now, bruh, you've lost the argument.
Oh my god.
Because that means that you no longer have any
We've already lost.
You no longer have any value argument, and you just have to resort to 1v1 me, bruh, right now. Where's the card? 1v1 me. Or 4v4 right now, dude. TDM right now, bruh.
Do I need to call in Zed and the Zed Knots?
No one has ever defeated Zed and the Zed Knots in 4v4 in the history of PUBG. No one. So let's not get that. Let's not open up that tiger.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for us, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it's gonna get to this point, but we're gonna send the stream on over to Red Eyes. Wait. Yeah. Red Eyes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for us. Anything else you guys would like to share before we sign off?
Just tune in on Wednesday. This is one of 24 events. And again, if you haven't done it, we say it right after this event ends, Duke. Sign up for next Monday. Confirm the day of. If you haven't signed up for Wednesday, do that. If you haven't signed up for Friday, do that. You're not going to win unless you're playing all the events.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for us. Until next time, we'll Pickford and the rest of Outcast will be here on Wednesday. We'll have myself and the pregame show here back on next Monday. So until then,